Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin if you're new here, and today we are playing with the Kathleen Lights and Makiage Disco Fox palette. So today's video is just going to be a first impressions of the palette, but if you're interested in seeing about the palette, what it looks like, how it performs, hearing some talk about the price point, keep on watching. Before we get too far into the video, if you have not already, I would love it if you consider clicking that subscribe button. I upload twice a week. It's totally free to subscribe, and I would love to have you back on the channel in the future. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much, and don't forget to click that like button if you like the video. It lets me know what type of content to keep making for you in the future. All right, let's do some details on the palette. The palette in total is 15 shades. 8 of those shades are mattes. One of them is more of a traditional metallic, very smooth, not super sparkly, but just a normal metallic shade. And then 6 of them are supposed to be this like ultra sparkly, dimensional, buildable topper type of shade. Now, I did not buy the entire collection, I just got the palette, but there are liners also available in this palette. I will link where you can buy this palette below if you're interested. You can get the entire collection, which includes the eye palette, 3 eye pencils, and 4 sticker sheets for $119. Now, I know there was a lot of confusion for people because it looks like the palette's already on sale, and they're like, what's that about? Like, why is, you just launched it, why does it look like it's on sale? So I think what they did is they listed what the price would be if you bought the items individually, crossed it out, and then have another price, which makes it look like it's on sale, but I think that's supposed to be like the bundle price. That was never, I don't feel like clearly explained, and I think there was some confusion there because it's listed as the entire collection being $174, but it's $119 is what the sale price is, but I think that's the bundle price. It's just not super clear. Usually if it's a bundle price, they just list the bundle price, not, you know, the original, cross it out, make the other in another color like it's on sale type thing. The palette just with 1 eye pencil, if you want to get a palette and 1 eye pencil, is $85. You also do get 1 sticker sheet with that. Your choices of liner, if you are interested in those, they have a matte wine eye pencil, a metallic espresso eye pencil, and a metallic bronze eye pencil. And what I got was just the 15 pan eye color palette, which does come with the sticker sheet set for $72. That's expensive, in the words of Kathleen Lights, right? So that one says it's originally $81 and then it's charged as $72. The reason I think that's like the bundle price is because they are selling just the stickers for $9. Yeah, I mean, if you really wanted them, I guess. I don't care that much about the stickers. But the difference between the $72 sale price and $81 is $9. So I think they're trying to say like, oh, well, the stickers are technically $9, but we're throwing them in free for you since you're getting the palette. It's just not clear, but I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing. And then if you just want to get an eye pencil, you don't want the palette, but maybe you're like, ooh, a wine liner. That sounds really nice. The liners are $22 each. And then, like I said, the stickers are $9. So that's kind of the price points of everything in the collection. Listen, if you've been watching my channel, I've been a lot more selective with my purchases this year. And I do feel like I've done, I'm not gonna say good every month, but there are some months I've done very well. And I definitely, absolutely, because I tracked it last year, I know for a fact, I've spent less and bought less and had less new coming into my collection. So this purchase was very intentional, and especially for that price point, mind you. But it is something I really, really wanted, not only because it was Kathleen Lights, but I've wanted to try the brand. And yeah, I'll let you just see the performance and everything and let you know my thoughts at the end. But I'm not sad. I'll just say that. I'm not sad, honestly, even for that price point. I know that is luxury prices for a palette, at least in my mind. You know, that's more than your Too Faced. It's more than your Urban Decay. It's more than brands that are like that mid-tier. So yeah, it's more expensive for me. This is more like one of Huda Beauty's bigger palette prices, right? Those are more like 60 some, so this is even more than that. But if all the looks I turn out end up like this one, I see myself using it a lot and getting my money's worth, which at the end of the day, there are other palettes I've spent less on, but I barely touch. So, you know, what's really getting your money's worth, whether it's more expensive or cheaper, if that makes any sense. All right, without rambling any further, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the demo of the look and the palette. All right, so before I open it up, I'll just show you, this is the particular sticker pack that I picked. I couldn't see them before I selected one. They like showed the names of the sticker packs, but not like images of them before you picked. If I would have scrolled down, there's a place you can just buy the stickers that I probably could have seen them, but I really don't care about the stickers. The whole purpose of the stickers, if you're not sure, is that you're supposed to be able to slide this so that you could like put them on the palette and decorate it and customize it, make it your own. This is definitely, as you can probably already tell, one of those cases that's gonna get very dirty very fast with your fingerprints. But this is the Disco Fox Pressed Pigment Palette. So here's the outside. Now I just got the palette. I did not get any of the eyeliners just because the colors were like not revolutionary. Now when you see this palette, you're gonna go, okay, but that's not really a revolutionary eyeshadow palette either. I get it, I hear you. But I've been wanting to try out Makiage's formula for a while. I've been curious about the brand. I almost got the Curly Bible collab, but it was a face palette, and I think it had like a shimmery bronzer, and I don't really like those. I just like matte ones or more satin ones, so I passed on it. So I like Kathleen Lights. I wanted to try out the brand. Here is the color story if you have not seen it. Like I said, I know it's not super revolutionary. It's mostly neutrals. But I wanted to try the formula, especially because Kathleen really went into detail about how special this shimmer formula is supposed to be. So it's just gonna be first impressions today, guys. If you wanna see like more in-depth thoughts about this, let me know in the comments down below. But I'm just doing something to get my first thoughts on it today. I'm getting ready to go to work. I'm also using from Storybook Cosmetics an eye brush set that my sister-in-law got me for my birthday. So this set has all of these brushes, 5 brushes, and they all have like kind of magic or wand-ish like handles. They're so heavyweight and nice feeling. The bristles feel really nice, and like I said, the handles are so cool. They're all different kinds of like basically wands, like magic-y things. She knows I'm a Harry Potter and sci-fi fan. And yeah, you get like a fluffy brush, more of a pencil brush, a flat brush, an angled brush, and a liner brush in here. So we are gonna be trying these out today along with the palette. They feel really soft and nice. I already primed my eyelids as I usually do. I use the Urban Decay Primer Potion. And as always, if you're curious about anything else I'm wearing on my face, I'll have it listed all in the description down below. Now, pet peeve number 1 with this palette, okay? None of the names are on the palette. I hate that. Even when I didn't have a YouTube channel, I hated that. I love shade names. I really think that is like part of the theming. They have names, but they're all on the back here. So it's one of those where you're like, well, if it's here on that side, does that mean when I flip it around, it's right on the same side, or is it over here? It's that whole situation that I hate trying to figure out. So I will try for you, I really will, but I don't know for sure the names because of how they laid this out. So I am gonna go in with what I think is Later Days to start with, which is just this like really light matte. I'm pretty much just using it to like set the primer that I used. I'm gonna go in with this like fluffy brush. These brushes are so heavy. So again, this is the first time I am ever trying, well, either of these brands, the brush brand or the Makiage brand. So I'm just dipping into the matte there. The mirror on this, guys, super high quality. It's one of those mirrors that you're like, it exposes you a little bit. Like, you see so well and see things that you're like, oh, that's what we have going on, right? So if you like that kind of really nice crystal clear mirror, and this is a big one too, like there are some mirrors and palettes that I can't see myself doing my full face of makeup with. This one's actually, it's really nice. I could see like possibly being able to do my whole face of makeup in this and not being like put too out by it. or inconvenienced. Yeah, it's really nice so far. The matte formula of this is reminding me a lot of the Kaleidos matte formula. It's like, it just seems like I'm not even tapping off my brush. It just seems to pick up like the nicest amount. Formula seems pretty buildable, which I prefer over like bam pigment and you have to blend it. Not that I'm not blending anyway, but you know what I mean, where you're like, oh, that's a lot, let me spread that out. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with this kind of like deeper, like reddish brown with the star embossing in it right here. I don't know if I showed you the embossing very well. Hopefully you guys can see it there. It's only in a few pans, but this one that I'm going to use right here is one of them that has the embossing in it. I'm going to use this like pointed brush, and I think this one's called K Groovy. Just going to start putting that on the outer bit of the eye. Now this one is a little bit more pigmented, I think, upon first application, and you got to blend a little bit, but that's okay. I kind of just want this to be like a little bit of a deepening outer third shade anyway. I'm actually gonna go ahead and take that all the way in and just run it along the whole eye, just to make it almost like, this isn't gonna be my liner, but it's almost like my base for the liner, or like to start forming the shape that I want for my eye, because I do like that more lifted look for my eye. I'm gonna take a little bit of it under the eye as well. I'm gonna go back in with that first brush and that first shade and just go along the rest of the eye here to kind of cover any of that negative space we have left in between and further blend. I'm gonna take a little bit on the lower lash line too to blend out that deeper shade I put. These brushes are blending very well from Storybook Cosmetics. Okay, I think I'm gonna do the liner next. So I'm gonna take this kind of like thinner liner brush from the brush set. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. I think this one's called Ladies Night. This kind of deeper, there's like a cool tone and a warm tone vibe that you can go with this, or mix and match. And then there's like a little pop of like a peachy pink, pop of kind of like a greeny gold, and a purple. And I'm just gonna stamp this right along the lash line across this entire eye. I really like this effect, and I see Kathleen do this a lot, where you do like a kind of mid-tone deeper shade than the lid across your lid, like in a wider area, and then you take an even deeper shade and just go right on the lash line with it. And I really like how it looks on her. I'm not even really gonna wing it out too much, because I already have kind of that lifted look that I want with that kind of like mid-tone burgundy brown that we put down with the pencil brush. Really like the fact that I'm not having to tap off like excess on my brush, and I'm going in and I'm not getting any fallout at all. Now if you wanted to go minimal, you really, I think, could just leave it here all matte, add mascara or a lash, and it would be really, really elegant looking. Really elegant. Now just because this is a first impressions, I do want to put on a shimmer to see how that goes for us. I'm not going to use glitter primer though today, at least for my first impressions, just so I can see how this goes. So the way Kathleen described it, you can use this as just like a little light topper shade, or you can build it up to opacity. So for me, I'm just gonna do like a tiny little like topper moment. I'm gonna try to do it with this brush. So I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, the Copa. I'm gonna take a little bit on the brush, just kind of sprinkle it up in here on the lid, above all that liner work I did. Well, that is really pretty as a topper, I have to say. This seems to be, and looks like to me, a very elegant formula. I'm gonna put the rest of the shimmer here to my desire. I'm not putting it up to full opacity, like I said, just kind of sprinkling it. I'm gonna zoom in and try to show you the difference between like with a little sprinkling and without. Okay, so we're zoomed in really close here. Here is the eye that has a little bit of sparkle Ooh, I think on the side you can really see it there. A little bit of sparkle above the lid versus this one that has nothing, just completely matte. I think this looks really good too, just by itself. Let me know what you think in the comments. But here they are side by side. Do a little turn here so you can hopefully see the difference between the two eyes. Of course, I'm gonna go ahead and match this one so it has a little bit of sparkle, just like this one. And I will be back when I've got that done, curl my lashes, mascara, a lip. I'm all complete. All right, and we are back. Here is the final look. Yeah, this is really nice, you guys. It feels very luxury and high-end to me. So let me zoom out and I'll let you know my final thoughts after this first impression. So I love this, you guys. This really does feel, I think, very luxury and high-end. And I do feel like I see a difference in the quality of the mattes and something special in these shimmers. They're very reflective. And I know there's lots of indie brands with reflective shades, right? We know this, but I don't know. These, just the particles are different somehow. It's almost like the particles, like the reflect, are not uniform intentionally, like they're not all 100% the exact same size, and it makes it have an extra texture or dimension that I don't think I often see, and I think that's what's gonna set this palette apart from your other daily neutrals. This is gorgeous. I can't stop looking at specifically like this matte, like the linery kind of like borderline smokiness that this has with still being very neutral and wearable. I love this. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I cannot wait to play with this again, which is usually a good indicator that it's gonna be a good palette. That purple shade I really wanna play with. Let me know if you'd like to see more of this palette on my channel in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again on the next one. Bye.